Hello, welcome to Martha's Fragrance Corner. My name is Martha, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. One of my favorite videos to film. It's because I get to go shopping. I get to go shopping in my stash. And if you watch my What I've Been Warming video, I said I was going to keep the basket small. Yeah, no, I can't. I think I need a smaller basket to make it smaller because I just keep filling it up. But I do think I will get through warming almost everything in here because I'm not going to finish everything. I have a loaf in here, which I know I'm not going to finish. I have, some snap bars, brittle bars that I know I'm not going to finish the whole thing. So I think I feel like I could. I feel like I could pretty much get through this. We'll see. We'll see. So if you're interested in hearing what I'm planning on warming in July, when it's going to be hot, hopefully, well, not too hot, but summer feels like the dead of summer. Dead of summer? You say dead of winter, not dead of summer. The summer. When it feels like summertime. June was nice and mild for us in California. We had some hot days, definitely got there, but it was more like it was a little transition. I'm expecting July to be hot. So we'll see how it is. But in the meantime, thinking of what I think the weather's going to be like, this is what I ended up with. The other thing I will add, wasn't a theme for this. We'll let the loud cars go. Wasn't the theme for this basket, but there was some intentionality in what is in here. So I'll get into that if you're interested in hearing kind of why I picked what I picked and what I plan to warm in the month of July. Stick around. All right, so let's get into it. I did add some things during the little intro break of my friend's wax because I meant to add some of my friend's wax. My best friend makes wax for me, and I have a lot of it too. So what was intentional about this melting basket was let me pull out the vendors that I have the most of, and let's try to make a little bit more of a dent in it. So I basically pulled a lot of Sassy Girl Aroma, Knowles Farm Scents. I do have some Scentsy in here. And then I think I did 2 or 3 Rose Girls because it's still on the higher end. I pulled some of my friend's wax. I have a lot of summer scents from last summer that she gave me. And then some Scentsy summer scents along with, I think, one vendor that I don't warm very often, but I definitely have some summer scents. And then a newer to me vendor, which I've only warmed 2 things that I wanted to really enjoy and try. So let's get into it. I'm going to just go real quick with some of my friend's wax because I love her wax. I love that I have a friend that makes me wax. And because I keep it in a different place, I forget to reach for it. And so I was looking at my spreadsheet and going, what do I have a lot of? And I'm like, oh, I have a lot of my friend Evan's wax. So let me do that first. I will timestamp everything in here if you want to jump around to different vendors or Scentsy or whatever. But real quick, I'll go through these. So this is wax that my friend made for me. And it's good. So this is wild huckleberry and lemon pound cake. I mean, that just sounded yummy. This one is Havana Beach Club. I think I made this one. It is fun to go and play with all her oils and make wax. So I think this was one of mine, and it is very much a summer Rio de Janeiro beach kind of thing scent. So I wanted to warm that. This one is Moonstone Beach. So reminds me of Central California. This one is Summer Berry Blooms. So I have that one. This one is a cocoa mango cone. I think it's like coconut mango and maybe waffle cone. My other friend Lisa, because we all make them together, I think she came up with that scent. Then I have Summer Morning Smoothie. So again, anything with a name summer or had like a summer scent, I was going to put in here. London Fog Latte and Lemon Pound Cake. Well, I love lemon scents. And fog, if you're familiar with the San Francisco Bay Area, July can actually be very foggy. So I thought I'll pull out some London Fog and even though I know London Fog, I think, is a tea scent, I believe, or a drink, but fog. We have fog here. Lychee Yuzu Splash, or Yuzu Splash. So that's like a very summer kind of fruit scent. And then Pink Panther. This is strawberry chiffon and sour gummy candy. I'm thinking candy, gummy candy, movies. Like, we get some really fun blockbuster movies in the summer. So those are the ones I pulled for my friend. And then I have Scentsy on top. And now initially, I may not get through all the Scentsy, and I will tell you why. Because I am going to buy some of the Bring Back My bars. I did not do an early access because I didn't want all 25 bars. There was maybe about 13 of them that sounded interesting to me. So when those come, I will melt through some of these. So what I decided to do with Scentsy is let me pull out like most of what I have left as far as summer scents. I still have a little left over from June that I didn't finish, and I will just have them. And if I get to them, great. If they roll over to August, that's fine too. But this is most of my Scentsy summer. I am going to pull out, just because I know today's June 28th. I know I'm not going to melt them in the next few days because I'm going to be gone. So this is Reggae Sunset. So this is a rollover from June. Let's see here. Squeeze the Day. I love this scent. I don't know. I think I was holding on to this like a day where I'm going to be home all day so I can enjoy it. And there's not that many days where I'm home all day. I did warm Glacier Water. This is the second one that I have. Okay, so then the ones I pulled that I haven't talked about before is Juicy Peach, because, well, it's summertime. Let's warm that one. Then Lemon Chiffon Cake. I love lemon bakery scents, so I thought that would be fun. Then I thought I pulled it. Did I put it back? No, here it is. Then I have Cocoa Lime, and I love mixing it with Crumb Top. So these two kind of, they go together. So I got those. Then I have one from September of 23. This is Mahalo Coconut. So I haven't warmed this in a while. And it's one of the few Scentsy coconuts I don't mind. Then I have Summer Sweet Tea. This was from 2 summers ago. This was in the Bring Back My bar in summer of 2023. I had this in my club for like a minute and then I took it out. And I kind of regret it because it is a really good summer scent. So I do like that one. Bonfire Beach. This may be one I hold on until August, but it's already turning. It's already turning colors. It's already getting a little juicy. This is from April of 2024. And then Blue Grotto. This is from March of 2023. So this is over 2 years old. I love this scent. This is Scentsy's version of the scent Volcano. And I really love Volcano. I felt like I overdid it just a little bit, so I haven't warmed it for that reason, but Blue Grotto was like a favorite of mine. Then from September of 2023, this one is also getting just starting to get juicy there in the corner, if you could see it on the bottom. This is the Monsters Inc. Monstropolis bar, and this is mandarin, watermelon, pineapple, and lush palm. So it's a very fruity, like a very summer fruity kind of scent. So this is, there's a few other bars like Apricot Cloud and things like that I have, but for the most part, that's kind of all the summery spring summer scents that I have from Scentsy, which I'm glad because I want to next year have like a fresh batch and not hold on to so many bars for so long, like a year, because Scentsy, like, you don't need to hold on to it for that long. So I want to use that up more. I have so much as I go through my stash. I have so much fall winter scents that I really should not buy any fall winter scents and from anyone. Like, it should be a no buy in the fall winter, but I know there'll be new things that'll come out that I will want to buy. But yeah, it's like, wow, I'm like going through everything. Nope, because I am a seasonal melter. I just don't feel like warming thick, sticky, rich bakery scents. I don't want pumpkin scents. I don't want apple scents, you know, so I am a seasonal melter for sure. All right, so next, then I know I have a ton of Teddy Bees. So I'm like, okay, let's see what Teddy Bees I want to warm. And I pulled out a number of souffles here. This might be the most Teddy Bees I've pulled for a melting basket, maybe. But I really wanted to. So Lost in the Orange Grove. This is beautiful. And I want to say, was I watching Susan Fitzpatrick warm this in the past few weeks? It was either Susan or Maggie, but this, I'm like, this is going to be fantastic. It does smell strong. So I am looking forward to that from Teddy Bees. I'm trying to go faster because these tend to be 45 minutes long. And I'm like, that's a lot of talking, Martha, if I go through all the scent notes. But I mean, you could tell there's orange, Lost in the Orange Grove. There's going to be an orange scent in there. And I'm not big on orange, but I think that one smells really good. Then from, also from Teddy Bees, key lime and sugar cookies. So I was in a big key lime kick last summer. I felt like that was my key lime year. Summer, I should say. So this is key lime, but it also has some vanilla, shortbread, buttercream. So a couple of other things in here. This one does smell, I'm showing you how pretty it is, but it does, I get the key lime in the cookie bakery, but it does smell light to me. So this is a scent, whereas this one is like, I took the lid off and I was like, ooh. This one I may do like tea lights or something like that, just because it does smell a little on the lighter side. Then I have Late Night Love Affair, and this is from last year, June of last year. This is cedarwood, sheer vanilla, and it's got some espresso in here, sandalwood. So I got this a year ago. I do, not intentionally, but I did intentionally in the beginning let Teddy Bees cure for a year. Now it's not intentional, but I get a tiny hint of that espresso. So I figured that was, but just tiny. Then there's Little Shop on the Corner. And this one I pulled because it had, even though it's got pine cones and nutmeg, which might sound more fallish, it did also have some tonka bean, some tea leaves, and it's got fig. So this was one where, I don't know, I just like the smell of it, and I wanted to warm it there. So it didn't smell fall winterish to me. So again, I'm going by scent. It smells really nice. It does have a little woodsy note to it, but I think that might still be really, really nice. Now here is like a summer scent. This is Sundresses and Lemonade. This is, let's see, fresh. I said I wasn't going to read all these. It's got a fizzy twist. It's like lemonade. And this is a scent I've repurchased before. So this will be the second time warming this. First time I smelled this was in 2023. And yeah, that's such a good scent. And it's a good one. And this one, from what I recall, was a pretty good performer. I've never melted this one before, and I sniffed it and I'm like, yeah, this smells good. This is Princess Katia. This has birch, beech treats, Moroccan rose, and fireside marshmallows. So this is one I've had since February of 2024. And then Summer Woods. This is Fresh Summer Woods. This is from March of 2025. So this is going to be a test here with this one. This is from this year. This is probably the earliest that I will attempt to warm a Teddy Bee scent, because like I said, in the beginning, I intentionally kept these, let them cure for a year, and we'll see how a few months goes. This is Fresh Summer Woods, and this is cottonwood, driftwood, orange blossoms, vanilla with crisp, dry undertones. Yeah, I don't think I've ever warmed Teddy Bees with less than 6 months cure time. But this does smell like it's going to be pretty strong. A bit of that fresh kind of little laundry scent with from the cottonwood. So I think this will be actually a pretty good performer. without letting it cure for a year. So it's kind of an experiment for me just to see, like, I don't need to wait a year, right? I don't. And I know I don't, but I have, in my experience, noticed that cure time does help. But I think it also depends on the scent. Okay. I feel like I was like going too fast here. So let me calm down here. From Rose Girls, I pulled Rose Girls because I did have a lot. I am down to a really good spot because I didn't buy Rose Girls for a year. So I just took out 3 scents from Rose Girls because these were summer scents, and I didn't want to, what I don't want is to miss that window of warming something and having to hold on to it for a year if I don't need to. So this is Lumber. Slow down. Lemon Summer Breeze, Clothes on the Line. This is Avo Bath Summer Breeze, Clothes on the Line. I got this in my most recent Rose Girls haul, which was maybe 2 months ago. And this is part of the sample. I mean, look at the size of the sample. This is great. This will fill up my downstairs. I love her sample sizes are big. Then this is Cucumber Rain Zen. I just think, how nice would it be to have like a cucumber zen for those days where I just want maybe more of a spa-like scent. Yes, and that is definitely nice and spa-like. Then I pulled out Lake Kingdom. This is Salty Sea Air, Blackberry, Peppermint, and Rain. This does have peppermint, but on those days where it is like 90 degrees, like today, a little cooling mint I think would be really nice. So I have purchased, this is a repurchase scent, so I do really like the scent. This is Lake Kingdom from Rose Girls. Okay, next, I have a lot of Knowles Farm Scents. It's one that I have not missed a pre-order since August of 2023. Not missed a pre-order. So I have a lot of Knowles Farm Scents, but I warm a lot of it as well. But I went in there. Why can't I talk? I went in there and pulled out some older stuff and a little mix of maybe newer stuff. But Sugar Cookie Dough Bread, this is from October of 2023. This is such a fantastic scent. I warmed the other big chunk. This is a nice big chunk. I warmed the other chunk of this maybe back in April or May, and I forgot how delicious this is. So I pulled out the rest of it. Then this is from October of 2023. Calm Down Jamal. So this is Sugar Cookie Royal and Strawberry Pound Cake. I love these 2 scents together, so I figured let's use this mini loaf from 2 years ago. Then these are a little newer. This one is Evening Escape. This is Cashmere, Sugar, Blackberry, and Beach Evenings. This is from May of last year. So I've only warmed a teeny bit of it. So if you look at the back, not much. So I wanted to warm more of that. Then we have Velvet Dawn. And some of these notes sound like maybe more fall, but I wanted to warm this. This is from August of 2024. This is Jasmine, Saffron, Fir, Cedar, and Amber. And Velvet Dawn is, it's supposed to be a perfume. That's why I pulled it. Baccarat Rouge. Yeah, that's what it smells like. It's not, so it's a great scent. So I pulled that one. And then Midnight Rain. Let's see which one's older. Let's do this one first. Heavenly Whisper. It's another dupe of a perfume. I believe this is Angel Share. Is Angel Share? I think so. Heavenly Angel Share's bourbon though. It's something like that. Not coming to me, but it's from Killian. Heavenly Whisper. This is cognac, cinnamon, hazelnut, vanilla, praline, and oakwood. So a little thicker, a little heavier than I would probably warm in July, but it smelled really good. And this does smell light. I still remember that haul. It was the lightest of that haul. It's still on the lighter side, but I do feel like it's gotten a little bit deeper and stronger. And it's a lighter scent anyway, so I think that'll be fine for July. I just don't want anything like thick where it's already hot and then it's like, so we'll see. Midnight Rain, Beach Evenings, and Blackberry. This is from one of the most recent pre-orders of this year. This is poured in March of 2025. So what I love about Knowles is I can warm it right away. I can let it sit. I don't need to worry about it. It's going to smell just as good from when I got it. So that is what I picked out from Knowles. Now let's get into Sassy Girl Aroma. So Sassy Girl Aroma is another vendor that I have not purchased in over a year. Granted, she, had to rebuild her business because her business burned down early last year in 2024. So I've not pre-ordered anything yet or gone in yet because I still have quite a bit. So I pulled out a number of brittles. And but as I was looking through that, I'm like, ooh, I'm getting low on the summer scents. So yeah, the Orca. This is Orca Island. Sorry, snap bar here is broken. Okay, this is Orca Island Blackberry Beach Nights and Birthday Cake. This is from August of 2023. This is such a good scent. Her Beach Nights, her and Knowles Farm Scents Beach Nights are like my top favorite. They're just so good. So, and I absolutely love her Blackberry. So I'm looking forward to that. I've not warmed that at all. I don't think I've warmed that ever. I think that would be, with the exception of one scent, these are all new to me scents as far as I've never warmed them before. This one here is Night on the Beach. This is a warm blend of toasted marshmallows, sea salt breeze, and s'mores. So basically this is her beach evenings. Or beach nights. August of 2023 is when I got it. And Night on the Beach. It's been excellent. Yeah, it's so pretty. Then this is one that when I really got into coffee scents, I started buying coffee scents from different vendors. And I'd heard that this was like a fan favorite from Sassy Girl. So this one is IHOP. And I know I got part of a loaf, I think. So I must have warmed this in the past because I know or maybe I didn't pick it up. In a round robin that I was in, IHOP was in there. And I don't remember if I picked up some or I didn't because I just purchased this. But this is from October of 2023. This is pumpkin pecan maple syrup, and then it's got caramel and coffee. Now, I may not warm this because, again, I may find that this is not what I'm in the mood for, given that it's got a thicker, sweeter scent. But maybe on a Sunday morning when it hasn't gotten quite hot yet and I want a little bit of an IHOP, like that smell of syrup in coffee and all of that, I might. So this is a little bit of a may or may not warm, but I pulled it out because I don't think I really have any other coffee scents that I pulled out. This next one here I have warmed before. Here's a rookie mistake of buying two of a scent I'd never smelled before because of the scent notes alone. And I bought two of them. I've used one. This is the last one. This is Pineapple Treat. And the reason I say that, and as I'm looking for my glasses that just fell under a bunch of wax, is because this is one of the first purchases. It's from February of 2023 from Sassy Girl Aroma. And this is supposed to smell like the Dole Pineapple Whip from Disneyland, which I love. I love that. So this is Hawaiian fresh cut pineapple, coconut milk, introduce themselves before revealing a deeper decadent coconut cream. So it just kind of reminded me of Dole Whip pineapple yumminess from Disneyland. And it does, because of that pineapple is ripe. But I remember warming this for the first time and it was barely there, which surprised me because that is not an issue I have with Sassy Girl Aroma very often. So that being said, This is now over 2 years old. We're going to see if it changed at all. We're going to see if it got stronger. I don't think so, because her wax really doesn't change. It's good to go right away, or you can let it, like, it doesn't really get stronger over time and it doesn't diminish scent. So we're just going to try it. And it's pineapple. Summer's all about pineapple. So this next one here is cherries on top. This is zucchini, birthday, cherry, crumb, and pistachio. Like, this sounds delicious. This is from December of 2023. Cherries on top. What I love about Sassy Girl is, I mean, I feel like you can get, she's really great at taking requests, Julie is, and like I can get, like this was in December, like I could get a fruity scent in December. So I love that. This is from April of 2024. This is ice cream and pistachios. This is pistachio, almond, and vanilla bean. Again, another new brittle. Haven't used it yet. So this is also why I haven't bought any new ones. I mean, I see people doing hauls and I'm like, oh, it's so tempting. But I have some great wax from Sassy Girl Aroma that I haven't even melted. So don't need to buy new anytime soon. Okay, we're down to the last two vendors here. I pulled out the Pharmacist's Daughter because I don't warm it very often, and these were some very much summer scents for me. Last month, was it last month or May, I did key lime coconut crack. I decided to pull out the original. I got this in a loaf. I'm not a loaf person, but I really love this scent and I got it in a loaf. So here is just original, the OG coconut crack. I know a lot of people do talk about this scent, so let me tell you what's actually in coconut crack, since most people don't say what's in it. So it is coconut cream pie, coconut shortbread cookie, pie crust, and sugar cookie dough. So there's just like double coconut and then bakery scent. I did feel like the key lime coconut crack changed a little bit. I want to say Aubrey here on YouTube mentioned that to her, coconut crack does change a little bit over time. So we'll see. We'll see. But I have a lot of it. I also have peach as I was going through my drawer. I also have peach coconut crack, but I decided let me make a dent in this loaf. And then the other scent, I have stuff on my nose, from the Pharmacist's Daughter is Splash. Hey, Splash. Swimming pool, summer. Let's do it. This is blue sugar, Palo Santo, and rain. Splash. I had cut this up already. A lot of it. I think I used it once. And I didn't do a great job of chopping, but I do get the blue sugar. I thought this one I think was okay. It is a strong scent. I do love Palo Santo. So I think this was a scent that I thought was okay, but we're going to give it another try. So that was from the Pharmacist's Daughter. Last but not least, I'm going to pause here. I would love to know if you have anything that you are looking forward to melting this month. That you were like, oh, you know, if you do melting baskets, or even if you don't, that you're like, maybe you had something in mind for July, or you're thinking you're a seasonal melter and you're like, I really know that I like that. I know some people do, is it Christmas in July? Christmas in July. I didn't think about that. But I tried it last year. I warmed like Santa's beach nights or something from Second and Spruce. I'm like, it was kind of fun to warm a couple of Christmassy scents in July, but I didn't do that this year. Okay. Last but not least, Melting Memories. This is the owner's Veronica. She sent me some of her amazing wax. Was it in May? I think it was in May, and I warmed to do in my haul. I wanted to do a warm review since it was a new to me vendor, and get my thoughts on it, and it did fantastic for me. So I pulled 3 more from the wax that she sent me. This one is Golden Sands. This is her Vanilla Waves version. Scentsy's Vanilla Waves version. This is her version of Scentsy's Vanilla Waves. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. And this is French Vanilla, Light Floral, Coconut, Sea Salt, and Sandalwood and Musk, I think. I re-sniffed it before I put it in here. And I'm like, that smells so good. It smells really, really good. So looking forward to that. Then lavender pound cake. This is lavender pound cake, lavender tea, almond macaron, and white cake. So lavender pound cake. And this one, that smells really good. They all do. And then the last one I pulled was brulee cake. So this is banana brulee, sugar dash dusted with vanilla wafers, deep fried churros, and brown sugar and some other scents. So brulee cake, because, you know, I still really love bakery. And this smells so good. This smells like churros, which also reminds me of summer. I really get the churro in here, and it reminds me of like Disneyland churros and stuff. So that was the 3 that I pulled from Melting Memories. So that is my July stash. I know I was going to try not to choose as much. I couldn't help myself, but I feel good that I will get through a majority of this. Again, the Scentsy I know will roll over. What I most likely did not get through in June, I didn't get around a summer tan, so I should probably just throw this in the pile. Why not? It's from Sassy Girl Aroma. It is summer tan. And then I didn't get to Second and Spruce. I had Cola Pop and Spring Break that I did not get to. I also have a Beach Crumble from Sassy Girl Aroma. I did not get to this particular one from Teddy B's. This is Shadowlands. And then I had another one from CQ, Lemon Lavender Cookies. I did, in my What I've Been Warming video, warmed lemon lavender shortbread that I warmed that I really like. I still have Beach Toes from Zape, the Hamptons, the Hamptons from Zape. And I did not touch the Peaches loaf. I'm not big on chopping, so I never got to it, and it was on the bottom. But like I said, I will not put those away. I will, this is my priority here, what I went through just now. And then I may just peach, though, smells good. And I will leave this out anyway. It's like in another bin. So that if I am really good about getting through a lot of this yummy goodness from July, then I can still dip into some other things. Again, my melting basket, it's a suggestion box. Last week I pulled something from my sample jar that wasn't even in my basket. So I can pull from whatever I want, but it does help me make a dent in things, and it does help me see, because I don't store by season, it helps me kind of work through the wax that I have by season. So that's why I do a melting basket. And it's just easier for when I have decision fatigue. It's a lot easier to decide on picking one of like 30 things versus one of like 600 things, right? So that makes it a little bit easier. So I hope you enjoyed this. I was a little all over the place. I just get so excited. I love wax. I get so excited. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you for watching. Really, really do. I know that there's, only so much time, and I appreciate you being here. So thank you so much. Bye-bye.